Sandhya does penance and gets boon from Shiva. Sandhya was very ashamed of herself. For the atonement of her sin, she decided to do penance. She went to Chandrabhaga mountain and commenced her tremendous penance. Lord Brahma then instructed Vasishtha to go to her in disguise and help in getting her initiated. He went to Chandrabhaga mountain in the guise of a Brahman and gave the mantra Om Namah Shankaraya Om to her and also told her the methods of doing worship. Then he returned back. After sage Vasishtha, who was disguised as Brahman, went away, Sandhya did penance as per his instructions. After the passing of one Chaturyuga, she had a darshan of Lord Shiva. Shiva, being pleased by her devotion, asked her to demand anything. Sandhya said, "Nobody should have lust towards the member of his own clan. There should be no virtuous and chaste woman greater than me in this whole world. Anybody other than my husband who looks at me with evil intentions become an impotent man." Lord Shiva blessed her by saying Evmastu. Lord Shiva then categorized the lifespan of a man into 4 parts: childhood, adolescence, youth and old age. He then told her that it was written in her destiny to die by burning. He also advised her to go and surrender her body in the sacrificial fire of the yajna performed by Medhatithi. Before jumping into the sacrificial fire, just remember anybody whom you want as your husband, and your wish would be fulfilled in your next birth, when you would take birth as a daughter of Daksha Prajapati. Your father Daksha Prajapati would marry his 2720 daughter to Moon, but the Moon would have affection only towards Rohini, and rest of his wives would be neglected by him. For this reason, he would be cursed by Daksha. All the deities would take your refuge. After blessing Sandhya in the way, Lord Shiva went back to Kailash mountain. Sandhya born as Arundathi and marries sage Vasishtha. When Lord Shiva went away, Sandhya got up and went to the place where Medhatithi was performing his yajna. She made a mental resolution to have that Brahman as her husband, who in reality was Vasishtha, and then entered into the sacrificial fire. The fire of the yajna burnt her body and carried it to the solar system, where it was divided by the sun god into 3 parts and established in his chariot. The names of these 3 parts were Pratyah Sandhya, Madhyana Sandhya and Swayam Sandhya. Sandhya's vital force was absorbed by Lord Shiva. When the yajna ended, the sages were surprised to see the presence of a girl who was radiating like gold in the sacrificial fire. They took out that girl child from that yajna kunda. The sages then brought up that girl with love and affection. She was named Arundathi. When she attained the age of 5, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh arrived and married her with Vasishtha. Arundathi enjoyed a happy life and became famous for her chastity. Brahma told Narada that since the day he was humiliated by Shiva, he had grudges against him and wanted to take revenge. I wanted to subdue the arrogance of Shiva by proving it to him that even he could be binded by attachment. I asked Daksha and sages like Marich as to how this feat could be achieved. As a result, Rati and Kama manifested. I instructed Kama to influence Shiva by his powers. Kama agreed but requested me to create a suitably divine woman for Shiva. Myself and Daksha became worried, and during that time we exhaled fragrant air through our nostrils, which resulted into the creation of spring season. The spring season was looking divinely beautiful in her physical form. I handed over her to Kama, and thus all the 3 of them, spring season, Kama and Rati, went to influence Lord Shiva, who was in his deep state of meditation.